such a dream, my world. A world I dream, where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free. Well, wretchedness will hang its head, and joy like a pearl attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream, I dream my world.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. And we begin with music. And today we have Laura Berman, John Stubbs, and Larry Thompson. Let's stand and sing.
1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a call and response. So I sing and then you sing. I know you got this. Here we go. I got love. I got peace. I got joy flowing like a river. Yeah. I got love. I got peace. I got joy flowing like a river. One heart, one mind. Yeah, one love coming together. Let's do that one again. I got love. I got peace. I got joy flowing like a river. I got love. There we go. Heart, one mind, one love, we're coming together. I got you, I got me, I got us coming together. I got you, I got me, I got us, we're coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, we're coming together. I got love, I got love, I got peace,
think we need a little work on our call and response. we kind of lost it a little bit there, but our hearts were in the right place. Okay, and speaking of hearts in the right place, let's call up our young ones. Come on up, children. Jeannie and Annalisa will tell us what's happening today.
Improv with Laura Berman. Good morning, Columbine. It's so good to see everyone and all these beautiful children. They're still coming. Come on in, everybody in the back. Oh, Jace. Alice and Margot, you want to join us? Who else is back there? Is that Riley? Can't see. I need glasses. Okay. Today, the theme is love. The third week of Advent, we will be talking about love, lighting our third candle downstairs, talking about what Christmas means, and then we're still working on our service project downstairs, which is making blessing bags to pass out, and some other fun things. And then we have another big church-wide service project right after this service that Jeannie will share about.
And also with the blessing bags that we're making, so it's like a Ziploc bag, and there's a water bottle, there's a blanket, there's socks, there's all kinds of things. So if you want to keep them in your car with your kids, or however you want to do it, to anyone that is in need, or that you feel is in need. So that's what that is. And today, right after the service, we're all going to be in Foss Hall. We have a couple tables set up with a bunch of stockings. And anything you have to fill the stocking, we don't have to label it with any age or gender or any of that kind of thing. Just fill a stocking and put it in a bin. So that's what we're doing. We'd love anyone and everyone that wants to help with that. There is extra stuff. We also have a high school, middle school, high school teacher. Come on up, Ethan. Today with us. So anyone in the congregation that is high school, middle school that wants to come down, we'd love to have you. So I think you can bless us out. Is there anything else?
We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We see the Christ you are.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I
And now we send our love to ourselves with our time of prayer and meditation. So we will have music, a prayer by Rev Pedro, and silent meditation.
Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Grace has shown me every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious, oh, and held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Oh, grace has shown me every step is holy. Oh, oh, me. Holy, holy. Oh, everyone, every breath, every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious, and held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. Every moment precious, when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of God. We are. Grace show me. Grace has shown me that every step is holy.
Every step indeed is holy, and every breath indeed is life. And just like every moment, this moment right now is precious. As we rest in this space where we reflect not only on the love that has brought us here, but the love that we are, I invite you to consider for a moment that when you take in a breath in this space, a mindful breath, that you're surrounded by breath, and also breath is within you. And same, you're surrounded by love, and love was within you. There's a teaching that says that whoever controls your breath controls your life. So in this moment, let us be mindful of where our breath is, where it takes us. Is our breath guided by love? Ultimately, yes. Is our breath guided by life? Ultimately, yes. And so as we sit in this space with each and every one of our hearts connected by a love that is bigger than words, by an understanding that we cannot grasp, but is filled with peace, I invite you to say yes to what already is. Yes to the love you are. Yes to the life that's within you. Yes to your neighbor who shares this breath, this love, and this life. And yes to the world that's waiting for us to live holy. Not just H-O-L-Y, but W-H-O-L-L-Y, holy as we are. So let us rest in this holy moment in love. So it is, so you are. Amen.
To be humble, to be kind. It is the giving of the peace in your mind. To a stranger, to a friend. To give in such a way that has no end. We are loved. We are one. We are how we treat each other when the day is done. We are peace. We are war. We are
I'm excited to introduce to you all Reverend Doris Hoskins, an extremely active retired minister. Ordained at Unity Minister in 1994, Rev. Doris is the Chair Emeritus of the Board of Trustees of Unity Worldwide Ministries. She also serves as the Minister of Record to Unity of the Foothills and is a mentor for the UWM. Reverend Doris is the creator of an integral approach to creating sustainable prosperity, a 12-week prosperity program, and is the designer of Harmony pendants, which are really awesome pendants that are also in the bookstore. And she's wearing one today, so check it out. And she's a mother of 3 and a grandmother of 5, and she describes herself as an authentic, creative visionary, committed to service and making a difference in the world, which she does. So we welcome Reverend Doris.
So today is the third Sunday of Advent. You have lit the candle for faith and for hope. You have lit the candle for peace. And today we light the candle for love. Whoops. So as you look at these lit candles, and particularly the Christ candle, which really is lit, on a bright, sunny Colorado day, you don't notice the candle flame. If the evening were dark, you would see the lit candles, and they would help to guide you. That's what Advent is truly about. It's bringing light to the darkness. Think about the darkness that exists for many people right now, this very moment. Some people are grieving. Some people are having financial difficulties. In the past news cycle, we've had 10 people killed at a college or injured, and 10 people on a beach in Sydney, Australia. We have wars. There is personal darkness, and there is community darkness. And it is into that darkness that we choose to bring the light of Advent. So Fred Rogers, whoops, don't fall over, that would be a problem. You just pick me up and I'd start, it'd be okay. So Fred Rogers has a quote that I have always enjoyed. And he says, "Love isn't a state of perfect caring. It is an active noun, more like the word struggle." So when you think of the word love, do you think of it as an emotion? Falling in love? Do you think of it as a thought? Do you think about love? Or like Fred, do you think about it as a choice? In my experience, you have to choose to love. And it's a choice that you don't make once, twice, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. It's one that we must take over and over and over again, every single day. Now, I've been talking about love on, Advent Sundays for over 30 years. I've talked about love as Gary Chapman's The 5 Languages of Love. I've talked about love a lot of times. The very first time I ever talked about love was at my chapel service excuse me, back in 1994. So chapel services back in the day were taking place in the Fillmore Chapel, which seats about the same as this room does. And back in the day, not only students and faculty, but Unity staff and any visitors to Unity were there every Monday morning at 9 o'clock for chapel service. And you signed up for chapel service at the beginning of your second year of seminary. And I signed up for Valentine's Day because my son's birthday is Valentine's Day, and I thought it would be a nice way to spend the day with Jeff. So, between the fall, when I signed up for chapel service, and Valentine's Day, 1994, my former husband decided that he didn't want to be married to a minister. And my talk title was, "What's Love Got to Do with It?" Now, I honestly picked that title before Craig decided that he would prefer not to be married to a minister after 21 years. And to give Craig credit, Craig was part of the chapel service. His brother was part of the chapel service. My son was part of the chapel service, and my daughter Elle was part of the chapel service. So getting up to speak with somebody who was on the way to become my former husband and my family present on the topic of love, I say to you again that love is a choice. It was a choice for me. It was also a choice for Craig, who did show up and was part of the whole day's activities. Craig and I have made that choice every day since. He comes to visit our family. He, his wife, and I, and my family choose to be together. Love is more than emotion. It's more than a thought. It's a choice. And as spiritually mature people, it's a choice that we get to make 12 times a day, 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day. So when we're making that choice, I invite you to think about several groups of people that are part of your lives. Young children. Frequently, they make mistakes. They may break something precious. Do you stop loving them? They may hurt someone else. Do you stop loving them? How about our elders who have dementia, who have Alzheimer's, who don't even know who you are when you walk in the room? Do you stop loving them? Or do you make the choice to love, no matter what the person does, Now, for just a moment, make it larger. I'm guessing that no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, you know and have people who are part of your lives that are on the other side. Can you make a choice to love them even when you don't agree with everything that they say or do? In order for us to bring peace to this world, I challenge you to love everyone. Eleanor Roosevelt made the following quote. She said, "It isn't enough to talk about love. One must believe in it, and yet it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it." We look at the word love, which is so easy. You know, we love Facebook, we love Instagram, we love puppies, we love chocolate, we love blah, blah, blah. But we, you and I, are called to a higher form of love. We're called to love in ways that can only be looked at as a choice and can only be looked at as one that we must make, as I said, maybe 1,000 times a day. When we look at the stories about Jesus that we are given in the New Testament, what did he particularly do differently? Because Jesus was a Jew, he was teaching Judaism all day long. But he taught Judaism to Gentiles. He taught love-based community to prostitutes, to tax collectors, to everyone. Prior to that, love had existed in the temple. Great, you go to the temple and love. You come to a Sunday service and you just love everybody in this room, maybe. Some of you have been here a while, some of you have served on the board, some of you have done other things. But if you are occasionally challenged to love everybody in this room, think about the challenge to love even more people. But yet it is in community that you feel the love. We feel the love in the music. We feel the love when we meditate. We feel the love in the stillness. You can feel it. It's tangible. And our work, my work, because trust me, it isn't easier for me than it is for you, we have to practice it, no matter who we practice it with. So that love, that energy, that dynamic force is most effectively practiced in a loving community. So for, 30 plus years, part of making a talk for me has always been, whatever the topic is, to go to Revealing Word and see what our co-founders, Charles and Myrtle, had to say about that particular word. Now, I have to confess something to you. In my 30 plus years of ministry, I have always said that Revealing Word was written by Charles Fillmore. No. No. Just for your unity edification. So Daily Word was first published in 1959. Now, Myrtle died in 1931. Charles died in 1948, And to remind you again, Daily Word was published in 1959 under the auspices of their son, Lowell Fillmore. Now, whenever you sit down to read any Unity book, Charles Fillmore, Myrtle Fillmore, please know that neither of them sat down in a room with their pen and pad and wrote a book. It's why some of those are a little harder to read, because if you were all taking notes on my talk, and you took notes on Sue's talks, and maybe you have some left over from Scott, and you wanted a topic, and you went back to your notes, and you said, oh, Dora said this about love, and Sue said this, and Scott said that, and then you put them all together and published a book. That's how Revealing Word came to be. So it is true that the words in there were at least a paraphrase of something that they said or wrote, but they didn't write them down and put them in a book called Revealing Word. However, love is described as what binds together the whole human race, what joins everything in a great harmonizing oneness. Do you see, if we want peace and harmony in the world, we're the ones who are called to harmonize, to make an experience of love happen, rather than saying, it's your fault, Pedro, you make them love. Do it now. You're in charge, which is sometimes what we seem to do. And then we have Corinthians that says love is patient and kind. It is not envious. It is not boastful. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. And it is not easily angered. And here's the pesky one. And it does not keep a record of wrongs. Now, how many of you have a journal where you have recorded all of the wrongs that he did, that she did? You got to give up the journal. You have Burning Bowl coming soon. Bring it and put them in there and let them go. You know, again, the pesky part of unity has honestly to do with principle number 5. It's not enough to know the truth. Because everyone who's been part of unity for a long time, we can spout it all day long. You have to live the truth that you know. Now, maybe you only know this much truth. Peachy, live it. Do you know this much truth? Live that. Do you see, we're all, Doris included, we're all on this journey of practicing. You know, that's another thing that unity is called. It's called practical Christianity. We have to live the truth that we know. We don't just get to stand up and pontificate, even we, the ministers. We have to practice it. Now, I have a confession to make. I don't live truth perfectly. I get up every morning intending to try. I might make it till noon some days. And that's because my dog, Julio, very rarely pushes me beyond, my bounds of spirituality. And then I meet people Then I drive on the street, hopefully not 25, and I'm challenged to remember to live the truth that I know. And so I expect that you might be challenged as well to live the truth that you know. But just all you have to do is practice. All you have to do is start with the intention, the affirmation of intending to live this truth. And that's your job for the rest of your life. When we take our last breath, we don't have to practice anymore. We'll have it down. So most of us are familiar with the ideas that we aren't just human beings, that in truth what we are is spiritual beings who chose to have a human experience. And on the day when you're most stressed and most irritated and most exhausted, just remember that we chose to be here. I chose to be here. And we chose to be here in 2025, who would have guessed, and live in the world that we live in. So if we can remember that we chose to be here and that we are truly spiritual beings, then we can attach that truth to who we truly are. Facets of the divine. Me, you, everyone in this room, everyone on this planet. Now, some of us are remembering and practicing, and some of us have still forgotten. But it's our job to love all of them. I didn't say like. I didn't say hang out with. I didn't say ask over for dinner. But it's our job to see that they chose to be here and they are living their divine purpose. Amen. Don't worry about it. Probably it was me last time. So when we think about how to actually make it work, the concept of integrating this idea into how we live our daily life, can we choose to view ourselves as individuals who can broaden our own sense of who we are to include our own divinity? Can we appreciate ourselves that we are very brave spirits who chose to live in this time? You know, during November 11th, Veterans Day, I watched a lot of Veterans Day stuff on PBS. My father, who was in 3 different conflicts, was a medic in the First World War in the Argonne Forest in the trenches. Now, in our enlightened age, we know about things like PTSD, and we can make some allowances. Some of us just lived with individuals who occasionally, forgive me here, turned into mean bastards. Learning to see beyond means allowing us to incorporate everyone's story. Now, my father had a master, believe me, he's not still alive. My father had a master's degree in forestry from Yale. And the interesting thing to me was that his nickname was Skip. I never met anyone who would that anyone that would have had the nickname of Skip. I was pretty familiar with Captain Gail H. Summers, but not Skip. Yet somewhere in him was a Skip that couldn't find its way to his surface of being. We don't know what other people's stories are. And everyone's got one. Learning our family stories sometimes allows us to love them more because we understand our ancestors' journeys. Spiritual inquiry is part of our job, part of our life. Spiritual inquiry sometimes feels like remembering. Remembering our own story, remembering how it affected us, remembering who our parents were, what world they lived in. Perhaps they were veterans. Perhaps they just lived through the Depression. What did they live through? Perhaps they were immigrants. The truth is, our family name isn't Hoskins. It's Hoshinsky. But my father-in-law, who lived through an era of discrimination against Polish people, changed his name from Joseph Roman Hoshinsky to Ray John Hoskins. Because once his name wasn't Hoshinsky anymore, he ceased to be discriminated against. What are your family stories? Why does a cranky old grandparent that, quote, loves you seem to be so cranky? Why? Why? Why becomes an important question. When we remember who we are, it gives us the courage to work through the most daunting challenges. It helps us trust the ancient wisdom that lies within us. We are here for a combination of reasons. We carry this information in our souls. All we have to do is remember, as you go through your journey, don't forget how brave you are. How brave you are to have lived your life. How brave you are to have survived your life. Some of you more than others. We know the creation story in the Bible. Many people look at the second creation story in the Bible as Mary's saying yes. Imagine yourself as a 14-year-old girl living over 2,000 years ago as essentially a peasant. You're not important. Not only are you a peasant, but you're a woman, you're a girl. And you say yes to having an illegitimate son, an illegitimate child. We have an opportunity to step into yes. Not to answer that call. Our yes is to accepting that we are divine. Saying yes to the challenge of believing and living that life. We have to be ready to echo love's yes. To echo that that is possible. We all find ourselves with an ability to love and to desire love. We all want to be loved. Some of us are efficient in our desire to be loved, and some of us have not learned to ask for love in ways that allow love to be given to us. When we're receptive to love, we're open to receiving love. See, it has to be a reciprocal process. I love you so that you can love me. It works both ways. If you want to be loved, be loving. Think of it as unconditional love. It slips out of us in unexpected ways sometimes, and sometimes we are wanting love, but we don't behave in loving ways, and so it's very difficult to give it to us. So, how do we actually make this work? Can we really view ourselves as individuals who can broaden ourselves to allow that kind of an experience to be in our life? Remember, as spiritual beings, we are visitors on planet Earth. Now, we don't think we're going to heaven with pearly streets and gold and crowns, and we're not going to sit on the right hand of Jesus. But we know that we're eternal beings. We know that we're going to live forever, not in this form, but our souls will live forever. So we have to trust ancient wisdom brought to us through every tradition on the face of the earth that tells us that. That's our job, our opportunity. So we carry that information in our soul. That's where we know and nod our heads and recognize that this is who we are. And then in our humanness, we forget. So honor yourselves. I'm going to end with a Buddhist story. There was a wise old man who was talking to a boy. And the wise old man told the boy, "You have 2 wolves inside of you. They're always fighting inside of you. One is filled with anger, hate, jealousy, shame, and lies. The other wolf is filled with love, joy, truth, and peace. They rage in a battle inside of you, and inside of me, and inside of everyone." The boy thought for a moment and said, "Which wolf will win?" The old man answered, "The one that you feed." Practice small, loving acts daily. Thank you.
pushed aside or be unseen. Love is everything. Love is everything, yeah. It's the one alone, unafraid to stand. Neighbors marching hand in hand. Feels like thunder rolling across the land. It's you and me. Love is everything. Love is everything, yeah. It can't hide, pushed aside or be unseen. Love is everything, yeah. Love is everything, yeah. Love is everything. Ooh. It stands beside us, it goes before us. Love is everything. It moves around us, it restores us. Love is everything. It stands beside us, it goes before us. Love is everything. It moves around us, it restores us. Love is everything. It can't hide, pushed aside, or be unseen. Love is everything. Love is everything, yeah. Let your heart free your mind till you believe. Love is everything. Love is everything, yeah. Love is everything. Oh, love is everything. Love is everything. Love is everything. Love is everything.
Oh, what a blessing, right? Just such amazing musicians in our house every single week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to speed through this part. We had a wonderful message and wonderful music, and I know the children are excited to get started with the stocking stuffing, so we'll make this part quick. But we want to remind ourselves, why are we here on this Sunday anyway? So let's say our purpose statement together. We commit to increasing our spiritual spirits, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And you begin your impact here at Columbine by being here on Sunday, and we're grateful for your presence. And then also we invite you to financially support Columbine. We are self-sustaining, so your checks are the ones that show up in the mail, not from some entity elsewhere. And your checks or your donations and love offerings are the ones that come electronically and so on. So we always are very, very grateful for that, and your board are very careful stewards of every cent that comes in. And we do always want to bless these funds. So let's say together our offering blessing. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And as the offering bags make their way through the sanctuary, we always want to turn and give a wave to our production team who allows us to be online. And if we can see the online viewers, maybe they can see us. We're waving to them. We're very grateful for that technology. And then if you're here for the first time or the first time in a long time, we do invite you to come over to Foss Hall afterwards. It's going to be quite busy in there today with the stocking stuffing, but come on over and visit with us for a few minutes if you feel inclined. And then you'll see some of the things that are going on, including the stocking stuffing from today. So you don't need more details about that except walk over there. Christmas services, I want to point out a couple of things. One is that the 2 p.m. service is family friendly. It's a little shorter, a little bit less music. The children are going to sing a bit. And that one is that one also will have candle lighting, the same as all the others. And then the 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Are the regular length, and with the Christmas choir featured. So we hope you'll join us. And then the following day, there's a Christmas Day potluck that Beth Overstreet is organizing to be held here in Foss Hall. And there are some details in your Thursday email update. What we neglected to put in this week, however, is that you are invited to bring a gift if you want to participate in a gift exchange. So look for details, and Beth is here as well and can answer questions. And on Christmas Eve, we are seeking people to help with parking and with greeting. So if you're available for either of those, please speak to me or to Carrie after the service. I will be available for a few minutes, but then coming in to rehearse with the choir. But Carrie will be here for about a half an hour, so catch her. And then we've got some other things coming up, our Burning Bowl at the end of this year, and then start out next year with our White Stone ceremony, as we usually do. And then the Belonging Project is going to bring in the new year with a special event, so look for details of that. And Prosperity Plus 2 will begin in January. Just a few things to put on your calendar. Your Board of Trustees meets on Tuesday, and if you have any ideas that you want to share with them, any feedback, any compliments, you can send it to them, or you can send it to me, and I'll forward it to them. Let's see. And the Belonging Project is, I want to just remind you a little bit about the Belonging Project. It's a project that is hosted by Youth and Family Ministry, and they're matching up seasoned souls, those who've been in the world a little bit longer, with next stewards. So the people who are maybe newer to Unity or just newer to the community, and we want to match them up because if you're seeking greater connection, we want to provide that for you. So again, details are available in your email update, and if you can catch anybody today, well, never mind, you're not going to catch them today. They're going to be stuffing stockings. Who am I kidding? And then Rev Pedro has put together an in-app Learning as We Grow program that is a way for you, again, another way to connect. And his vision goes beyond just in-app. It will start there, has already started there actually, and is growing. The membership is growing. And then we'll be looking at meeting in person at different times. And he's here today. If you have questions, you can ask him about that. And then also, if you have technical questions, he's offered his expertise to help you get that set up for yourself. Thank you to everyone who participated in Chandra's gift. Beth let us know that we, as a community, provided 80 gift cards for people for Christmas. So, thank you for your generosity for that. And Annie is here, and this is named after her brother, and it's in honor of him. So, in memory of him. And so thank you again for your generosity. And who are our prayer chaplains today? Lisa and Gretchen, thank you so much. They'll be in the sanctuary, and they're available to you for prayer. If something is weighing heavy on you, or if you want to celebrate something, you can always bring that to them. They're very well trained and experienced, and we're very blessed to have prayer chaplains every week. We're very grateful for that. And then who's our ambassador for today? Oh, it's Annie. Annie's here. She's probably already out there. There she is. And so if you have questions, if you're new or if you just have a question that you keep forgetting to ask, look for Annie. She's got a red jacket on. And now let's stand for our final song and our prayer for protection.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack
Love is which thing? What's good? Which thing is love? It's all the things.